Hi, welcome to Dietitian in Your Kitchen. I'm Laura Poland, registered dietitian. I received a great question this week and I thought I'd share it with you. So a friend of mine asked me, Starbucks keeps asking me if I want almond or coconut milk in my coffee. I drink iced coffees in larger amounts, therefore the milk could be pushing a half to 1 cup. I've tried the coconut milk and it wasn't bad. Is there any nutritional advantages to the milk I chose? So this is a great question, and I'm happy to go through what I'm going to do is share the nutrition information of the different choices that are out there for coffees. But let me first tell you, I am not a coffee drinker myself, so as far as taste, that's going to be up to you. But here's the nutrition breakdown. First off, the traditional is to use like a whole milk or full fat milk, which is 3.2% fat. In 1 cup of a whole milk, there's about 148 calories. So most important, you might be paying attention to calories. But if you have a problem with heart disease, you might also need to be paying attention to the fat, especially the saturated fat. And in whole milk, there is 4.6 grams of saturated fat, which is 22% of the amount that is allowed in a day for someone consuming 2,000 calories. So that is a lot of saturated fat in 1 cup. The nice thing about milk, though, is that it does also have a significant amount of protein, which can make you feel full. And it also has the calcium and vitamin D added to it. So another option might be a skim milk. So again, it's not going to be as flavorful, but it does cut your calories down to 83 calories in 1 cup, and it cuts your saturated fat. You only have about 0.1 gram of saturated fat in a cup of skim milk. It still has the protein of 8 grams of protein per cup, and it has, again, fortified with the calcium and the vitamin C. So let's get to the coconut milk. So 1 cup of coconut milk compared to those other ones is 552 calories. So if you're trying to substitute out coconut milk to help with weight loss, that is definitely not the way to go. And then if you have heart disease, one thing that you are probably paying attention to is the saturated fat. There's 51 grams of saturated fat in the coconut milk. Now that's 255% of the daily value, 255% of the amount of saturated fat allowed in your diet per day. So that's probably not such a great thing. The coconut milk does have protein. It also has dietary fiber, 5 grams of fiber per cup, which is good. So it's going to make you feel full for a long time when you're drinking coffee with coconut milk. That could actually be a significant amount of calories for you. And then, of course, coconut milk is not naturally fortified with calcium or vitamin D, so you would want to ask or check labels to make sure that there's calcium and vitamin D added if you're looking for that to be a calcium source. Unsweetened almond milk. So our next option here is looking at 30 calories in an unsweetened almond milk. That's a 1 cup serving. There is no saturated fat, but there's also not very much protein at all in the almond milk, believe it or not. And then again, almond milk would need to be fortified to have this amount of calcium and vitamin D. Now keep in mind too, is if they are using a sweetened almond milk, this might be 70 calories per cup and up to 90 calories per cup. So again, you're then hitting the same amount that's in the non-fat milk. Soy milk is one last choice to consider, and it has about 131 calories in a cup of soy milk and 1/2 gram of saturated fat. And then it does have a significant amount of protein, which is good. Again, with the soy milk, you just want to ask the question if it's fortified with calcium or vitamin D. That is going to help make sure it's a significant amount of calcium or vitamin D. So no matter what choice you make, you know, of course, taste is also important too. But if saturated fat is an issue, then you do want to, I would say, stay away from the whole milk and the coconut milk. So for Dietitian in Your Kitchen, this is Laura Poland. Let's get healthy one habit at a time.